For this lesson, I created a new document. I picked up my type tool and I typed in "the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog's back," which happens to be every single letter of the alphabet. So whoever came up with that sentence took the time to put a sentence together that's got all the letters of the alphabet in and actually makes sense. Well, I applaud them. I also have the character panel open up here. We are here to talk about fonts, but not just any old fonts. We're here to talk about Typekit fonts. Now, when I teach classes at university on things like communication, one of the things we talk about is not just the words. I mean, obviously they're important, but it's the font you use to go with the words. The font will create the mood that you want. And there are thousands of fonts out there. We all have thousands of fonts. But we're always looking for more fonts, and fonts that will fit exactly what we're trying to say. It's not just the words, it's the colors, it's the font, it's the family. There are so many things involved in communication. Now, Illustrator is a typesetting application. It does kerning, leading, and all kinds of stuff. But one of the new features that I really do like is the ability to access the Typekit fonts. Now, if you have the Creative Cloud, which obviously you do if you're listening to me and taking these lessons, you have a Creative Cloud account. If we go into my character panel right here, and I click right here, well, I have a lot of fonts. If I want to change this down here, it's obvious. I select it, and I change the font. Big deal. Say I want maybe Mistral, whatever. That's a little bit harder to read, but it's a different mood, isn't it? I want another font. I'm not sure what I want. I'm going to come back up here again, and we have two new options. This one right here, if I click it, will show me just my Typekit fonts, and I have 3. If I want to get more fonts, this is just a filter for the ones you have. Click over here. Now, it will take you to the Typekit site. There are thousands and thousands of fonts available here. So if you want to kind of start this process out by selecting more or less what you want, you can go into this area on the right. You say, well, you know what? I need a good reading font, and so I need a serif font. So you click here. And down here, not for web, just for desktop. And you can go through these options and change them to take thousands and thousands, if not tens or hundreds of thousands of fonts, and get them into a more manageable group. Now you come over here based on what we did, and we can look at what we have available. You say, well, I don't know, that one looks kind of interesting right there. You can come up here and click here and change them and look at them this way. I like looking at them this way because I get a better idea of what they're going to be for me. And I'm kind of curious about this one right here, so I select it. Just click. Now you've got weight and styles. You have specimens, so you can see it at different sizes. Type tester. Well, I've got specific words in mind here, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to type in those words. I can change the size over here. You even have browser samples. Now, this is the way it would look if you were working in Chrome. You can click over here and get other browsers or other operating systems. We could spend an hour just talking about Typekit. But getting back down to it, if I get back over here, I say, you know what? I like it. I want to use it. Click Use Font here. Now, one of the things to remember is you have to have your account activated to make this work. Now, it is ready to sync over here. And if I click here, Sync Selected Fonts, it's going to tell me that they have to be done through the Creative Cloud. So if I click here to launch, it'll launch your Creative Cloud. You can see I already have it open. I already have it running. And basically, if you didn't, there's a button right here to sync. And you click that button to turn it on, and you can see I've already got these 4 fonts, and it's already synced. If I come back out of here again, I don't need to be here anymore. I can click here, and I can close this. Now, if I come over here and click this button, there it is. And if I have it selected, I can choose it. You have, with Typekit, an almost inexhaustible wealth of fonts that you can use for web, paper, or just about anything that you want. Don't forget, if you are a member of the Creative Cloud, you do have access to Typekit.